my brother Ant. Chapter 1. The Monster Under Ant's Bed. Ant is crying that I can't get to sleep. I went into the living room and told this to my dad. What's wrong with Anthony? My dad asked. He says there is a monster under his bed, I said. My dad said, tell Anthony there is no monster on his bed. You tell him that. He won't believe me. I said, Anthony! My dad called, this is your dad. There is no monster under your bed. Now go to sleep. I went back into the bedroom. I said to Ant, did you hear what Dad said? Ant said, how does he know? He didn't look. I said, do you want me to look? You can look, Ant said, but you won't see the monster. He hides from big people. I pointed to myself. This is a big person. This is a big person. Get real. I bent down and looked at the bed. I looked under the bed. All right, monster, I said. Do you see him? And I said, it is between me and the monster. You stay out of this. All right, monster, listen up. Ant does not want you under his bed. I do not want you under his bed. Get lost. Then a boy said, boo-hoo-hoo. What's a monster to do? Find another bed, I said. Where? He said. That is your problem. Oh, all right. Boo-hoo-hoo. I'm going. Bye. I got up. Well, he's gone now, I said, and said, was that really the monster? He sounded like you. Me? Yes, you. Well, what doesn't matter? I said. He's gone, isn't he? Yes, Ant said Ant. So, you go to sleep now? Yes. Good night, Ant. Chapter 2. Ant and the Spider. Mom, Ant drew a spider on my homework. Ant came into the kitchen. I did not, he said. He did too. Look, I had done all my spelling works. They were perfect. I went out to play, and I came back and found that. A spider on my homework. And drew a spider on my homework. And said, I did not. My mother looked at me, and she looked at Ant. She said, Anthony, tell the truth. Did you draw a spider on brother's homework? Ant said, no, I did not. He did too. Look. I held out the paper. My mother looked at egg blinds. She looked at Ant. She says, Anthony does not lie. If he says he did not draw a spider on your homework, then he did not draw a spider on your homework. I stomped out of the room and came to. I said, I'm not telling off to you. You drew the spider, and you know what it. I did not. Liar! No, give me that paper. and I'll show you. And took my homework paper. He turned it around. See? It is a dog. You were looking at upside down. This is not a spider. It is a lying dog on his back. Oh, what? Dog on his back. Here are 4 legs. A spider has more legs than that. Here is a tail. A spider has no tail. So I did not spider on your homework. I look at the paper and I got ready to yell, Mom, and draw an upside down dog on my homework. And stop. He said, You shouldn't know it wasn't a spider. You're the smartest brother in the world. Look at it. Look at all these words you wrote. On the bottom of the page, I wrote a note to my teacher. The words are by me, and the upside down dog is by Ant. And said, Read me a story. I like to read. I said, Okay, and sat down by me. I opened a book and began to read. Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs. And he said, No, that is not right. It's pig. 3 little pigs. Say pigs. I'm easy to get along with, I said, pigs. I said, pigs. The ant leaned back. He said, Now read the story. I read, Once upon a time, there were 3 little bananas. And said, No, don't do that. Read the story right. It's pig. Look at the picture. There is a pig. There's a pig. There's a pig. 3 pigs. Oh, all right, pigs. Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs. Pigs. And said quickly, Who is reading this? You or me? I asked. You are, but you have to say pigs. And you have to let me read. Once upon a time, there were 3 little... I stopped and waited too. Finally, he said, This is your last chance. If you don't say pig, I'm leaving. I said, Oh, all right. Once upon a time, there were 3 little ants got down from the chair. I said, Where are you going, Ant? I read it right. I said pigs. Ant said, I'm going outside. Why, Ant? I don't like the rest of the story. It had a big bad roof in it. I said, It could change that. I could change it that, and I could make him a big bad lemon. Or how about big bad watermelon? No, said Ant. I would know it was a wolf. And went to the door and opened it. He looked back at me. He said, But thank you for reading to me. You are welcome, and I said, Anytime. Will you write a letter for me? And said, I like to write a letter. I said, okay. I got some paper and pencil. And said, are you ready? I nodded. And said, a letter started, Dear Santa. I said, Santa, it is July. Nobody writes to Santa in July. And said, I do. I said, you don't get it and you will till December. Then you write to Santa. You say, give me this, give me that. If you write in July, he won't remember. Just write the word. And said, all right, I said, Dear Santa, I wrote that. Thank you for the last Christmas. I still like my present. I wrote that. Is that the end? I asked, except for the end. How do you want to end it? I said, and said, the usual way. Love end. Good ending, I said. Thank you, said the end.